today we are going to understand about Babel. Okay. So what does Babel means? It is a open source JavaScript transpiler. That is, if you have a new code which makes use of ES7 syntax and promise and ES7 functionalities, but you want to make it work in a old browser, you need Babel, a transpiler basically, Babel or TypeScript, some transpiler which can convert your JavaScript, ES7 JavaScript to the old JavaScript, which the older browsers will understand. That's why Babel is used. Okay. How Babel does it is, it can transpiles it, the new JavaScript syntax, it converts to old syntax by making use of plugins. Okay. So as I told you, using Babel, you can run the new code which is written using ES7 or ES6 JavaScript to make it work in older JavaScript engines, which is in present in older browsers. And the Babel can be compared with TypeScript. TypeScript, if you take, it is also a transpiler, but TypeScript also does the static typing. It checks for the type. That is, if you mention the variable as a number, you have to always give number, else it will throw error. So this is called a static typing. This the TypeScript does, but Babel does not do it. That is the difference between Babel and TypeScript. Even the TypeScript code can be converted using Babel. Okay, that can also be done using preset TypeScript. There is a preset written only for TypeScript. Using the TypeScript code can also be converted to old JavaScript. Okay, to any JavaScript which can be understood by older browsers. Okay, this is about Babel. So now let's see how using Babel you can just convert a simple JavaScript file. Okay, I have a simple JavaScript file written using sorry uh, the new JavaScript syntax. Now I want to convert it using Babel to old syntax. How can we do that? So for the first step will be creating projects. So our agenda for this session will be, we will try to see one by one how to use Babel in our project, and we will also try to understand each one of them, Babel core, Babel CLI, which is all needed for Babel to work in your project. Okay, so let me first go to this folder, create a folder. Okay, maybe I will say sample one or something. Okay, now let me go to that folder, sample one. Okay, so the first step is, because for Babel we have to install the Babel packages. So first let me initialize the package with npm. So let me run npm init. That will be first step to initialize the project with npm, node package manager, through which we will be installing the Babel packages. Okay, now I've installed. Now let me open this in VS Code. So it gives me so let me open it with VS Code. Open folder, whatever we created now. Okay. So now we have created the application with npm. Now let's move on to the next step, installing the necessary packages for Babel to work in my application. So we need a Babel core, Babel CLI, and Babel preset env. Okay, these are very mandatory. Okay, so let me go to the terminal and install these. Okay, We will see in a minute about each of these packages, why we need them in Babel. Okay, and I will also install this polyfill also. After installing, I will explain you what all these packages about. Okay, let me wait for it to install. Now it has installed. Now let me install polyfill also. So polyfill is also installed. Okay, now we have installed all the necessary modules for Babel to work. So now we will see about each of the packages. At first, Babel CLI. Why we have installed Babel CLI? So Babel CLI helps you to transpile the code from command line. So once you install this package, right, Babel CLI, you will be able to run directly npx babel script.js. Okay, using Babel, you can transpile the file from the command line when you do this. Okay, so let's move on to the next package. Okay, Babel core. This is one of the core package which is needed for transpiling your code. Okay, this Babel core only makes use of other plugin to transpile your whole JavaScript code. So this is very essential. Without this, this transpilation will not occur. So this is one of the main package required for Babel to work. So this Babel core only makes use of that configuration file to convert. Okay. And the next is Babel preset TNB. So yeah, as per this, we have installed Babel core, Babel CLI, and Babel preset TNB. So the Babel preset TNB, many people would be confused why we need this. So Babel does not do this conversion transpilation by itself. It needs plugin to do anything, any work. It needs that corresponding plugin to do. For example, if you are going to convert the arrow function, if you have used the arrow function in your code. If it wants to work in the old browser, it has to be converted to the older function syntax, right? So for that conversion to happen, we need this particular plugin, Babel plugin transform arrow functions. So only when you install this plugin, it will be able to convert that syntax of arrow function to older function syntax. Okay. So you can now understand. For whenever you write any JavaScript code, you have to select all the necessary plugins you require to do the translation to older browsers. So instead of you picking all the plugins required, all the common plugins required for doing the transformation to old JavaScript code, presets is just a common bundle of all the necessary plugin. Preset is nothing but a common bundle of plugin, okay, which the Babel team has come up with. So the official presets, you can see that you can also write your own presets, but if you have this, you have a preset env, preset flow, preset react for converting react code, which will have all the plugins required for converting JSX code, preset TypeScript, which is used for, will have all the plugins required for converting a TypeScript code to JS code. So these are the official presets what the Babel team has come up with. So if you take the definition of Babel preset env, it is just a smart preset which allows you to convert the latest JavaScript without needing to micromanage all the necessary plugins, required to convert to the old JavaScript code. Okay. So the Babel preset env, I can also show you. Let me go to the browser. Let me search. Okay, if you search for npm preset env, you will get that. Okay, so this, if you see the dependencies in this, right, you will see all that what I told you, all the necessary plugins. It would have all it as a dependency. So the arrow functions, all the necessary things, it will have all of them in this plugin. You can imagine if I want to add all these plugins, micromanage, add this, it will be a more difficult task, right? So you can also see transform arrow functions. So it is just a common bundle. You can see the bundle in the dependencies. Okay. Okay, the preset env has many plugins. You can also reduce, maybe if I am going to use my code only across the latest browsers, you don't need this much plugin, right? You can reduce the plugin in preset env by using the targets. Okay, by specifying the targets. By means of this target, I am saying that I want this code to be converted only to Chrome above 78 version. Likewise, if you want this code to be converted as a different module, you can say that maybe I have written in ESX, but I want to get it converted to common JS format or AMD format or any format, any supported module system. You can give it maybe AMD common JS and any other things. And you can also say it like this, like it is targeted for any browser which is has more than 25% of market share and it is not dead. Okay, so that is the target for this. So based on this, it will put the bundles inside, it will install the bundles inside Babel preset env. Okay. Okay, hope you understand. So based on this, it will use the plugins. Okay, so let me go to the next step. And polyfill, we also install polyfill. See, for converting syntax, maybe arrow function to older function syntax, you don't need any functionality. For this, Babel polyfill is not needed. But if you are going to convert some functionality like promises, which was not there in older JavaScript, some functionality you are trying to use, you want that to be converted to old JavaScript code. For that, you need polyfill. For any built-in objects like promises, weak map, or array from object or assign, which is available only in new ES6 JavaScript, which is not available in ES5 JavaScript. For that, for any new functionality, you have to install Babel polyfill. Okay, and whenever you use this, you have to import the Babel polyfill in the top of your application. I will do a video on this, how to use promises in how to convert promises using Babel. That I will do it as a separate video. So for this, for now you understand that for converting any new functionalities, you need or to install Babel polyfill also. Okay. Hope you understand all the packages, whatever we did, Babel core, Babel CLI, Babel preset env, Babel polyfill, we install now. So other thing it requires is to work is the Babel RC file. It is like package.json for npm. Okay, you just add dot Babel RC. Okay, and let this be. Here you can give presets at Babel. This is what we install now, right? Babel preset, whatever I installed. Babel preset env, you can just copy and paste it here. Okay. So now your Babel, for translation, it will just use this preset. Now we have done the next step as well. Okay. Before conversion, I need some sample function to show you how the Babel transpiles, right? So let me create a sample file. Let me create a folder, src. Inside that folder, let me create a sample JS file. Okay. So let me inside that, let me create an arrow function so that I can show you how Babel converts it to new function, older function syntax. Okay. So let me have these two, a comma b. Okay. And I will return a plus b, and let me have it, let sum equal to something. Okay. Hope this is visible. Maybe I can make this bigger font. Okay. So you are able to see this, right? So maybe I will console log sum comma sum 10 comma 20 something. Okay. So I have written a sample JS file. Now to transpile it, you can either use directly the Babel CLI, because we have already installed Babel CLI. We can directly use that and run it, or you can have it in package.json and run it. First, let us run it using Babel CLI. To run it, run Babel npx Babel source slash sample.js. Sorry. Okay. Now you can see that it has converted. Maybe you can see it directly in the command line. It has converted this arrow syntax as the old function syntax. And you can also use in CLI also. If you see it here, I think you can copy this. This can also be used to output instead of to the command line. You can copy, create a file for that. So now it has created the file also using. We have done this because we have installed Babel CLI. Okay. Now the other way is we can actually add a script inside the package.json and run this script. Okay, let me copy it to package.json. I'll just replace this. Okay. I have now put a script which will use the bin inside Babel command executable. This is the path for the Babel executable inside node modules. Using that, I am saying to it, transpile all the files which is present in source directory and put it inside distribution directory. Okay, to run this, what I will do is npm run script babel. Okay, once I run this, it should create a distribution file folder where it would have put all the transpile files. So you can see this. Okay, you can see how the arrow function got converted into the normal older function syntax by babel. So one more thing, we also saw about this one, right? The options to we also saw about options for this preset env, right? So let us now use this option. Okay, so that let us now target the babel to convert for Chrome version more than 78. Okay, one second, let me copy it completely. Okay, now I am targeting for browser Chrome which is greater than 78 version. So greater than 78, right now the version is 81. If I target more than 78 means in that version ESX is completely supported. So that browser JavaScript knows about arrow functions. So no need to convert the arrow functions, right? It can be the same. That syntax is already understood by Chrome version 78. So no need to convert this arrow function. So once we run this, it should not do anything. So let's check. Once I run this and let it do it in distribution, check it in distribution. So you can see that it has not converted the arrow function because the Chrome version 78 or more than that knows about this arrow function. So it does not convert. So it also has that intelligence. So it all works based on this Babel RC. Okay, if you have put IE here, okay, it would have converted because IE browsers has stopped with ES5, so it does not know about arrow function. So it will convert to the old function syntax for this JavaScript to be understood by that IE browsers. Okay, hope you understood about Babel. Okay, so these are the 5 steps we followed for running Babel. I will also maybe the next video I will put how to use promise in JavaScript using Babel. Make it work for older browsers as well. How to implement it using Babel, I will help you with. Thank you. Have a nice day.